Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is another speed build because I know it's been two speed builds, but I just really love building, and also I've been kind of lazy and I haven't filmed a new video, and I already had these ready for uploading aside from the voiceover, which I'm doing right now. Well, welcome back. Today we're building a park in Henford-on-Bagley because if you can't tell already, a lot of my speed builds, or pretty much all of them I think, except the first one, has been in Henford-on-Bagley, and that's because I'm rebuilding Henford-on-Bagley, or at least the community lots, for my save file or my forever save, because I have like this really in-depth sim planned to live here, and I kind of want the world to already be ready when she moves in. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be rags to riches. She has a long storyline. Well, as you can see here, I'm playing with paths. Why are paths so hard to figure out in The Sims? Like, I could never find a good path the first time. And I know, I guess it's not good to expect to find it the first time, but I just don't like the patterns we have for paths, and sometimes the grasses don't match. Also, I really love Henford-on-Bagley grass. It's like, I don't know, it's just not the same color as I feel like Willow Creek, and it's a lot prettier, in my opinion at least. I know people struggle to fill parks, and so do I, and I actually had no plan for this park. Like, I was thinking tree. Okay, my mouse went to tree, and I was placing a tree, but I had no idea what I wanted, and then I thought pond, and then, as you can see here, I'm making the shape of a pond, and I think I made it fishing because I put the little fishing sign, and I think that means you're allowed to fish in it, but I don't know if that's just for decoration, because as you can see here, I'm picking the fishing sign and adding a bunch of deco, which is fun. But I'm really excited for this park, and there's quite a lot of things to do. I think it's set as national park. It's not like the classic parks where you have to have like chess tables and stuff, but it does have stuff. I wanted it to have like a community garden sort of thing, so later you can see that I've like sectioned off a little piece, and it's full of like planter boxes, and it has a little sign, and it has flower arrangement, and I also put like debug stuff. You'll see, we'll get to that later. I also spammed a bunch of the little animal things in the pond. I think it was like swans, ducks, fireflies, tadpoles, I don't know, a bunch of that stuff, because I find it annoying that you can't see it in build mode. You just see the little like flat thingies, but I hope it looks good in live mode. I was choosing a fountain here, but I never ended up keeping the fountain, as you'll see, but I chose this little bronze one. I added this pergola from my wedding stories, and I thought it was really cute to do like a proposal area, my wedding stories. But I make a really cute proposal area there. It's like a little dinner party. No, not a dinner party, just a little dinner place. There's so much landscaping to do in this build. So if like half of this build is just me placing plants, then you're going to have to deal with that, mate. But other than that, I'm just like placing a bunch of shrubs. I also thought it'd be cute to like line the paths with plants. I couldn't do it for every path just because some of the paths didn't line up and they had stuff obstructing the edges of the paths, if that makes sense. But I did it at this entrance, and as you can see now, I'm replacing the fountain with that little mariposa thing from Ciudad Enamorada, because I think it looks a lot cuter than the fountain. I normally do fountains in parks, but this time I actually couldn't find a fountain that I thought suited, because there's this really pretty fountain from my wedding stories, but it's just too fancy for Henford, and I don't think Henford would have that. I think the max Henford would have is a nicely cut bush. But yeah, I'm spamming a bunch of flowers just because there's so much to like landscape, as I already said, so I'm just repeating myself. But other than that, so here I'm starting the little community garden section, and it was cute. It only had like 6 planters, I think. I don't think I delete any or add some, but I actually make it quite interesting, because I don't make the planters straight in the end. I kind of like bend them all different ways, which is actually probably more unrealistic than having tidy planters, but I think it looked cute. I also wanted a fences, so I kept looking for these debug fences, but nothing like kept a nice shape, because nothing was made for that weird oval shape, understandably. But I chose this one, but I did struggle to like make it. Oh wait, I didn't choose that one. I chose this one, but I did struggle to make the correct shape. I had to use a bunch of different, like, there's a bunch of different presets for these debug fences. There's like the bigger one, the bigger curves, the smaller curves. But anyway, I did do it, and I don't know if I love the fencing, but with all the deco, it kind of pulls you away from if the fence looks bad. I added this sign from, what is it, Horse Ranch or Cottage Living? I don't remember. But it looks really cute, and I can imagine it saying like community garden or something. Please be nice to the garden or something like that. Be nice to the plants. And I added this little gnome's arms sign thingy, and I know that's meant for the pub, but when I built the pub, by the way, go check that out on my channel. It's been stalling in views, so if you haven't checked that one out, please check it out. It's just like this build, but it's a pub, but I still talk a lot. And other than that, I was adding just a bunch of plant related things because I didn't know what to add. I added like the flower arranging table, which I think I mentioned. And then I added these debug shovels and rakes from Snowy Escape. No, from Seasons. I don't even own Snowy Escape. I don't know why you said I don't know why I said that. But I added, I just love terrain paint. And I know there's this glitch where it disappears, but I worked a lot on terrain paint. So let's hope it doesn't disappear because that would be terrible. So again, just me lining the paths with plants. I love the lavender shrub. I guess it's a bush plant that is like really big, and I love that. I don't know, it's just the shadows that my G shade makes. It makes it look so beautiful. I mean, my G shade's beautiful. I just love it. It's by Rue Sims, by the way. If you just go check out her channel, which I love her channel, I love her content, you can see she has a link to her G shade right there. Back to the build, I was checking the requirements because I felt like I wasn't meeting the requirements, which was true. And I just spammed a bunch of these picnic tables in the original swatch from Cats and Dogs because I think they looked really cute. It was like this little sage green swatch. I also spammed a bunch of rubbish bins. I don't think the rubbish bins suited the space, but I did it anyway. And I also forgot to add a bathroom, but I did add it in the end. But I had forgotten to add a bathroom because it wasn't in the requirements, which I think is ridiculous because if I had forgotten to add the rubbish can, it would have been basically unplayable because Sims need to go to the bathroom every 2 seconds. So here you can see I added this little proposal spot where you can get your grill, you can make a little barbecue and then propose and then have a QC. And then here I added the bathroom. I added this one, I think from base game. I think it looked the best because the other ones looked a little too fancy, especially for Henford. This park's quite fancy though. I was really struggling to take a good screenshot of it because how do you screenshot a park? Because normally when I do my thumbnails for the speed builds, I just do the exterior, but there's no exterior. It's all an exterior. I'm not going to do the exterior of the bathroom, so I struggled to take a screenshot, but hopefully this is what made you click the video and you like the thumbnail. I added these little boards that have information. I think that was so perfect. I added some bikes just because I thought of adding this little laundry section where people in the community could have hang up their clothes, but I know that wouldn't be functional gameplay wise because they wouldn't have their clothes there. And yeah, but still, I don't I wish it was functional because I think that would have been cute to have a little community area. I added the little flower shop from what's it called? I added the little flower shop. Oh my god, what's it called? I had the little flower shop from my wedding stories, and I think it's really cute. But I have built an actual flower shop, which you guys will probably see in the next speed build because I think I built the flower shop before I built this one, or maybe not. I don't know. This build, I didn't build this recently. I built this 3 days ago, which might be recent, but to me it's not recent. I normally upload my videos straight after filming them. But other than that, yeah, I put the little street lights because it was really dark, but they don't really shine anything. I mean, yeah, there's a subtle glow, so I had to add these tiny ones from I don't know what pack. I can't believe some YouTubers actually know what pack everything's from. I guess it's just the amount of time I've played. I mean, they've played because I've played 6 years, but I had base game for 2 of those years. It was very interesting. My first few years of playing Sims, I would literally create my classmates in the Sims and then I have them get together and have kids. There was so much drama. You would not believe it. If I just even told you those stories, it was insane. I could tell you now, but there's not enough time. I put some benches because I realized we're in a park. There's no benches. So yeah, obviously I'm crazy. But I added more benches. I think they suited the aesthetic. I don't know. They weren't my best choice, but it didn't look bad. And I was pretty proud of this park, honestly, because it honestly felt not that big compared to like when I rebuilt Magnolia Promenade. That's not a video. I did that in my own time. But still, it basically did not feel that big. And I think is it not 50 by 50? It might be like 40 by 20 or something like that. I had some swings. I think I kept them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And then more landscaping, because there's so much landscaping. And I wanted to do all the landscape at once and like then have it over with and then start placing the objects, but I didn't. I kept getting distracted, so I didn't do the landscape all at once. And then whenever I remembered I had to add plants, I did. But yeah, I feel like I always use the hydrangea bushes. Like, if it is not my build, if there's not a hydrangea bush. I think I said this in the last speed build. But anyways, it's not my build if it doesn't have a hydrangea bush, because they're so pretty, especially in The Sims. I think I might have a hydrangea bush in my garden, or at least some flowers. I don't know. I don't remember. But here, yeah, just spamming some plants. I love the little like patches of grass with the yellow flowers from base game. I think they're really cute. And also the ones with the blue flowers from Cottage Living. Oh, I used so much Cottage Living in this build. I mean, I might have used a bit of my wedding stories and then the teeniest bit of Love Struck. But mostly Cottage Living and base game, I feel like. This didn't require that many packs. Honestly, I mean, I don't think so. I can't see anything that's like very obviously like some random pack. I rarely use my stuff packs, except laundry stuff and nifty knitting, which is actually like 2 of my stuff packs. I have like backyard stuff because Steam once gave it out for free. Was it Steam or was it EA? I don't remember, but they had it for free, and I don't use it very often, but sometimes I use it in gardens. Next speed build after this will probably be the flower shop, and I have a vacation rental in progress, which is really cute. It's like a family cottage in Henford. These are all Henford builds, again, for my forever save. But if you guys want me to upload them to the gallery, I'd be happy to do so. But I feel like no one wants me to, so I've not been doing it. But just if you want to, just comment, because I happily do it for you guys, because I as long as you give credit, obviously, because I do work hard on these things, but I don't, yeah, credit, that's all I need, credit, no, nothing else. But other than that, I started spamming these lavenders in different colors. Isn't lavender supposed to be lavender, not different colors? But anyway, whatever those plants are, I circled the centerpiece with it. I didn't love how it looked, but I still kept it just because I was like, okay, add some sort of something. Well, anyway, guys, that is the end of this build. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell, and I'll hope you see you next time. Bye!